United we stand, divided we fall. That's what John Dickinson, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America, said some 250 years ago. And even today, that one phrase has a very significant meaning in all aspects of our lives, be it within our families, in school, or even in sports. We need to be united in order to achieve greatness, and only together can we achieve greater success than we can alone. That lesson was taught more than ever in 2020, because this past year, our world was faced with so many challenges and dilemmas. But today, we are still standing. And we are still standing because we were united. 6 decades ago, Martin Luther King Jr. said 4 words that echo to this day. I have a dream. And his dream was for racial equality in our world. Today, we can be proud of where we are. The 44th President of the United States of America was African American, and there is currently a Vice President who is not only African American, but also South Asian American. And these successes don't only come in politics. It comes in music, entrepreneurship, sports, and much more. So we should pat ourselves for how far we have come, because now everyone, regardless of the color of their skin, can go to the same theaters, ride the same buses, attend the same educational institutions, and even eat at the same restaurants. So since Martin Luther King's dream, we have clearly accomplished a lot. And we accomplished all those things because we were united, and we all worked together to achieve a common goal. Just this February, it was Black History Month, where we celebrated those who took a stand against racial injustices. Rosa Parks and Viola Desmond refused to get up so that today all of us can sit where and when we want. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X advocated so that today all of our voices can be heard. And these are only a few of those who took massive risks so that today we can be free. But the full essence of Martin Luther King's dream has not yet been attained. From a high level, it might seem as if the problem has been solved, because just 50 years ago, the idea of freedom for Black people was inconceivable. And now, they have their freedom. Freedom to eat where they want, attend non-segregated schools, and even to sit in a bus with others. But if you look more in depth, there are still various forms of racial discrimination continuously faced by Black communities all around the world. That's why all of us collectively need to recognize that racism exists and it is wrong. All of us need to accept the fact that none of us were created superior to each other. We are all equal regardless of the color of our skin, and we all have the fundamental right to be treated equally. All of us should take a stand against allowing another person's color to poison our feelings towards them. Because we can only solve this issue if we are united, and if we accept each other as equal. Because only united can we create change. So let's work collectively to accomplish Martin Luther King's dream. Let's work collectively to recognize racism as wrong, so that there won't be another Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, or Ahmaud Arbery. But keep in mind that social justice isn't the only thing that taught us about unity. And unity isn't the only thing that taught us about social justice. Although it might sound cliche, 2020 was the year that forced each and every one of us to unite together, not only to bring change, but in order to survive. Over the past year, we realized that unity was essential for survival against COVID-19. And we didn't care about the color of someone's skin, their religion, or even their ethnicity. Because it was during COVID that we realized that at the end of the day, we were all human and we were all equal. So as we waited for a vaccine, the only thing that we were sure of was that the greatest weapon against this virus was the strength of our unity and the willingness to take selfless actions to protect each other. By doing simple things like washing our hands, keeping social distance, and even wearing a mask, we were all working together to keep each other safe from the virus. And it's because of this virus that we realized that someone's gender, age, or ethnicity has no importance, because the only way we can beat this virus is together, regardless of our differences. We learned that in order for us to defeat it, each and every one of us needed to be soldiers in this battle. Each and every one of us had to be committed to fight this battle in order for the world to defeat this enemy. And it was not an easy fight. Everyone had to contribute and sacrifice. We all had to change the way we work, learn, socialize, and most importantly, live. And it was because of this struggle and our commitment to defeat this enemy that we united as one, no matter how different we were from each other. Everyone had a role to play. Frontline workers in healthcare and first response risked and sacrificed their lives, their mental health, and the time they have with their families to make sure that we have that time. Educators are having to face dramatic changes, but still, they teach with passion and love for their students. Food and grocery workers are risking exposure to this virus to make sure that we can get our food. And these are only a few examples of the amazing frontline workers who are selflessly putting themselves in the way of harm to keep us out of it. And in return, we are advocating and we are supporting them by following the guidelines given by health officials. That is unity. It's about putting our differences aside so that we can lend a helping hand, so that we can lift someone up, so that we can make someone smile, and most importantly, keep them safe. Because of our unity, the belief in each other, and commitment to overcome the hardest challenges, we will soon overcome this challenge. And that is why I know that we will survive this pandemic. It's because we are one. We are united.